Well, on the last video, we did take a look at the plants outside. So I thought that we should follow with a video of the plants that I have inside for the winter. So we are going to take a look at them by genus. So here we have the genus Syzygium, the only two species I have inside. Outside in the garden I have Syzygium jumbos and Syzygium samaragense. Here we have on the right side, this is Syzygium cumini, and this one is Syzygium malacense. I did spray both of these with fungicide, and it surely did have an effect. They stopped dropping leaves, and the new leaves are coming out really. This is from before the spraying. I'm not exactly sure if it was a fungus. It could have been something else, and the fungicide killed that, whatever it was. You see, the new leaves are absolutely perfect. So I'm going to spray the other ones also. Moving on, we have our Pouterias now. Here, this is Pouteria lucuma. Another Pouteria lucuma, but different variety. Two Pouteria campechana, same variety. Pouteria salicifolia and Pouteria mammei. Here I did spray the big one because it was it had a lot of diseases on it. There are still some traces, but they are dead. It's all done. So probably I'm going to spray as a precaution. I'm gonna spray the rest of them also because it really does help. When you have them in an enclosure and one gets sick, it infects all of the rest also. No complaints here. Everything looks almost perfect, but good enough. I think next season I'm going to invest more on Pouderias and get a bunch of different species because till now they are showing signs of pretty well adaptability to my climate and my conditions, and it's getting rough when you lose a lot of money on different plants. You know, when you are on a budget, you want to invest where your best results are at. So I'm gonna buy a lot more Pouterias. Next stop, it's a big one because I have a lot of them. These are my Annonas. We are going to see the smaller pots right after this because the place cannot fit everything. So here we have the two Annona Duguetia. So two different varieties of Annona Duguetia. You can see it on the leaf. This one has more pronounced the cherimoya characteristics. This one has the sugar apple characteristics. You can see it right before a sugar apple. You see, it is a lot more like a sugar apple than a cherimoya. Anyways, this is my purple sugar apple. There are two. You see, that's the other one. And this one, this is Annona montana. again grown this year. These are seedlings from this year, from seeds. In a second, Annona Montana. So we have 4 seedlings in there. All of them will be separated and planted in the ground in about 3 months from now. Okay, now here, the mystery plant. We don't know what this is. We didn't have any information on the seed other than that it was bigger than a usual cherimoya type of seed. So it's at some point I was thinking this is Annona mucosa, formerly known as Rollinia deliciosa, but the top of the leaf, it has tiny hairs that I haven't seen in Annona mucosa. But anyways, I'm not too experienced with these plants. Basically, I'm a newbie, so I don't know. I have stopped guessing and said to myself, in 4 to 5 years, it will fruit and we will see. Here are almost all of the rest of the Annonas I have here inside. On these 3 pots, we are looking at different cherimoya seedlings. Here we have some baby reticulata, Annona reticulata, which is the custard apple. So apparently the site I got them from told me they are white flesh, but there is significant difference in the texture of the leaves. So I'm not exactly sure it is one variety. Probably they got a bunch and it's all mixed up. After 5 years from now, or maybe 6, or maybe sometimes even 7, we will find out what we truly have. 3 or 4 of them are still emerging. This is Annona reticulata big red variety. The most significant plant here is this Annona salzmani, which is one of the tastiest fruits in the world, and it is probably, I'm not exactly sure, maybe it's the biggest as a tree. I mean, the fruits are also big, but not the biggest. Soursop is the biggest. This one might be the biggest, or it is again the soursop. I'm not really sure, but in any case, it becomes huge. I hope it survives. I hope it makes it. When the time comes to plant it in the ground, I'm gonna dig a really deep hole and put lots of sand in it to replicate the Cerrado environment in Brazil. My Annona sylvatica has lost a lot of leaves. By the way, this is still alive. It's not dead. This part, it just dropped the leaves. I don't know if I should spray or I mean, I didn't water too much or too little. I don't know. And I also didn't repot it. So I guess I'm going to spray. Annona hypoglavka. It's one of the trickiest of them here. It's still alive. I might be wrong, but I think that both Hypoglavka and sylvatica are a former Rollinia species. And another former Rollinia, this is Rollinia deliciosa, the Annona mucosa. It's doing okay. I think it's doing okay enough. You see this weird disease on the leaves. You see these markings? I will spray with fungicide, and all of this will be sprayed with fungicide. Before we move on to a completely different family, from Annonacea family, closely related to Annonas, are the Duguetias. Here we have, it's still alive, even though it had root rot, Duguetia lanceolata. These are some of the most rare, endangered, and expensive to buy. I did manage and germinated Duguetia phyoclados and Duguetia mangraviana, but because they were not doing well here, I gifted them to the friend who gifted me the seeds. So here I have some, okay, this one here, I don't know if you can see, these are actually Duguetias. These are more Duguetia, but here we might have some Annona. I'm not exactly sure because as usually I mixed the seeds and I didn't see the typical Duguetia first leaves that come out, and this one as it goes on it looks more and more like Annona Atemoya, the hybrid. So we will see. The thing is that when I tried to germinate the seeds, I had them in separate containers with inside perlite, and they were getting moldy all the time, even though I could spray, I would wash them. They were getting moldy again and again and again and again. And at the end I got tired, took them out, and instead of throwing them away, I planted them inside other pots with other seeds. So when Duguetias came out, amidst the various cherimoya, ademoya, etc., they had those very strange leaves that the Duguetias have when they first germinate. The first two leaves that come out, they come out together, not one by one. They are very strange. It's not leaves that the plant will hold on. So, and also I could identify them by the color of the stem, which was very pink, kind of red. So, but with this one, I didn't have, either I didn't see it, I missed it, or it's an atemoya. On the following two pictures you are seeing now, you can see the very first two leaves I was talking about, and their weird shape. These two leaves are shed immediately after emerging, and here are the pictures of the progress of the plants. From the difference on the shape of the leaves, we can assume that we germinated both species, Duguetia mangraviana and Phyocladus. Okay, video is becoming too long, so there's going to be another video maybe tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. We will continue with the rest of this. Thank you for watching, guys. See you on the next one.